Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're hanging out with us today. Look, if you share your home with a feline friend, you probably think you've got your daily pet routine totally dialed in, right? You fill the food bowl, scoop the litter, dole out some chin scratches, and you just kind of assume your cat is perfectly content. But what if I told you there's a whole secret language of connection you're probably missing entirely? Today, we're exploring the secret language, 5 ways to truly connect with your cat, and we're going to learn exactly how to speak it. So that brings us to a kind of tough but really fascinating question. Does your cat actually feel loved? Now, obviously, you give them a fantastic life, but behind the basic everyday care, there are things your cat is quietly craving that most of us just never think to do. We tend to apply human or even dog-like affection to creatures with deeply unique ancient instincts. And if we keep overlooking those quiet cravings, we're literally missing out on the absolute deepest level of connection they have to offer. All right, so here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We've got 5 distinct steps. 1. The secret scent glands. 2. Fulfilling the prey drive. 3. Building a vocal identity. 4. Primal hand feeding trust. And 5. Meeting at their level.
Okay, let's dive right into number 1, the secret scent glands, or basically where love actually lives on a cat's body.
Have you ever noticed your cat leaning super hard into your hand in one specific spot, but then they totally pull away when you touch another? I promise you that is absolutely not random. On the left, we've got what almost every human defaults to, the long backstroke from head to tail, or, going for the belly rub. And sure, some cats tolerate it, but there is a massive difference between a cat that just puts up with your touch and a cat that literally melts into it. On the right, those are the sweet spots. The cheeks, the base of the ears, right underneath the chin. These are the highly sensitive zones they actually crave.
So what's going on here? Why do they love it so much? Well, it all comes down to facial pheromones. When you scratch those specific areas around their face, you're activating their scent glands. This releases chemicals that signal comfort, safety, and absolute trust right to their brain. You aren't just giving them a nice little scratch, you're triggering a biological response that tells them without a shadow of a doubt, this person is home.
And we actually have the data to back this up. A super interesting study in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science found that cats showed way more positive reactions, things like slow blinks, purring, head pressing, when touched around the head and cheeks. But on the flip side, when owners touched the belly or the base of the tail, the cats showed subtle signs of stress. Actually, scratch that, sometimes it's not even subtle. But it's wild because most owners miss these signs entirely while thinking they're just showing affection. All right, moving right along to section 2, fulfilling the prey drive, and why your cat gets bored of toys in 30 seconds. Ever waved a feather wand around, watched your cat pounce exactly once, and then just walk away looking totally bored? You probably thought they just weren't in the mood, right? But the truth is, they aren't bored. They are incredibly frustrated. Because biologically, cats are ambush predators. In the wild, their brains are hardwired for strategic hunting. They aren't dogs or wolves. They don't chase prey for miles. They stalk, they wait, they calculate, and then they strike. Think about how we usually play with them. We dangle a toy high up in the air, swinging it around crazy fast, expecting them to do backflips. But when you keep it up where they can never grab it, you're firing up their prey drive, but never letting them finish the job. It's so frustrating. It's literally like sitting down at an amazing restaurant, smelling the food, but never getting to take a bite. Instead, look at the right side. Hide and ambush. Move the toy slowly, hide it behind a pillow, stop moving it entirely for a second. Make it act like a nervous little mouse that has no idea it's being watched. You have to let them go through their full instinctual cycle. Stalk, wait, calculate, strike. And honestly, the absolute most vital part of the whole shebang, you have to let them catch it. Let them grab it, bite it, bunny kick it. That final moment of capture gives them this massive, satisfying rush of dopamine that fulfills them on such a deep level. Play like this, and I guarantee your cat will engage harder and build tremendous trust with you. Okay, let's jump to section 3, building a vocal identity. Because it really is not what you say, it's how you say it. Have you ever been talking to your cat and just felt like they were really, truly listening to you? Well, you weren't imagining things. Check this out. A 2022 study out of Paris-Naire University found that cats can absolutely tell their owner's voice from a stranger's. But, and this is a big but, only when the owners speak in short, soft, slightly higher-pitched phrases. When owners use their normal, everyday adult voice, the cats barely registered it. They practically ignored them. No way, right? It really helps to look at the extremes we want to avoid. On the left, you've got your normal adult voice, which they tune out, and then overly loud, crazy high-energy baby talk, which can actually just overwhelm their super sensitive hearing. The real magic happens on the right. Soft, calm, short phrases. That is the sweet spot right there. And why does this matter? Because when you consistently use this gentle tone, you build what's called a vocal identity. Your specific voice becomes this powerful, recognizable signal of safety and comfort for them.
Let's transition over to our fourth secret, primal hand feeding trust. 2 minutes a week for a truly primal bond. Okay, what if I told you that one of these single, most powerful ways to bond with your cat takes less than 2 minutes a week, costs absolutely nothing, and requires zero tools? It all comes back to their biology. Mother cats bring prey directly to their kittens. That act, offering food directly, is one of the very first experiences of trust a cat ever has. It is hardwired into their DNA. When we just dump food in a bowl and walk away, we're totally missing out on tapping into this ancient bond. But we can totally replicate it. Just take 2 minutes a week. Offer a few pieces of kibble or their favorite treats directly from an open, flat palm. Now, if they don't take it right away, don't force it. Just try again later. The magic here is all in the repetition. When you do this consistently, you're telling your cat on a level way deeper than words, I provide for you and you are entirely safe with me. Over time, your hands stop being these unpredictable things that grab at them, and they transform into a symbol of absolute trust. And that brings us to our fifth and final section, meeting at their level. And the most powerful act costs absolutely nothing. Honestly, this might be the most meaningful thing you can ever do for your cat, and it requires literally zero effort. Just take a second and imagine what life looks like through your cat's eyes. Every human in their world is a giant. We are constantly towering over them. We walk loudly above them. Even when we're trying to show love, we're leaning way down from above to touch them. And sure, they accept it, but they rarely, if ever, get to experience us as an equal presence in their space.
So, what's the ultimate solution? Just sit on the floor. I know it sounds so incredibly simple, but it is so easily overlooked. Just lower yourself into their world and exist there. No agenda. Don't reach out to pet them, don't call their name, just sit. Eventually, your cat is going to notice. They'll likely slowly wander over and maybe just sit near you. Not necessarily on you, but near you. And that space between you? That isn't distance. That is your cat actively choosing to be with you on their own terms, without any pressure at all. It's the absolute purest form of trust they can offer.
So the question I want to leave you with today is simply this. Will you stop acting like a giant and start speaking their language? You now know exactly where love lives on their scent glands. You know how to satisfy that inner ambush predator. You know the exact tone of voice they really listen to, the primal power of an open palm, and the deep, deep trust that comes from just sitting on the floor. Give these secrets a try. I guarantee you're going to see a side of your feline friend you have never seen before. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you next time.